lovely Atlantis Scalar peeps. Just want to share a couple things here. First of all, I had some amazing experience in the scalar field. I've always had a little bit of this, but this, yesterday, basically, it was just this enorming feeling of love that just made me sob. Made me sob. So I asked Eric, what is this? Is this me missing you? Because I went to Norway, so I hadn't been in the scalar field for a while working with him. Or is it me with my love for him and love for the divine team? Or is it the love from the divine team itself? And he said that most of it was the love that the divine team was pouring into my energy. And it feels right, because at that moment I was already reading the members of the divine team in my intent script. So it was just it was just unbelievable, totally amazing. Not unremarkable. I almost said that. What? So that was pretty cool. And also, I want to let you guys know that we're having an add-on of the increased luck and opportunity, because it's St. Patty's Day. And, I want y'all to get as much luck as possible. It's going to be a free add-on for any service that is, not the chakra overhaul, because that's so minor, but like anything $250 or more. And I would take advantage of that if I were using them last week, starting from St. Patty's Day. Truthfully, I'm going to also do it for the guys who, since the Monday before put in orders. Okay, just to let you know. Now, as far as scripts are concerned, I want to let you guys know that I added some stuff to a couple of things. First of all, the COVID service, the protection for the adverse effects of COVID itself and the COVID vaccine. Well, scientists are beginning to realize that it's not related to the ACE receptors like we thought in the lung, angiotensin converting enzyme, that actually it looks like spliced into the virus was the parts of the venom of some sort of cobra, I can't remember, and also maybe rabies and something else, some other snake. So, and those are ones that seem to attack the nicotinic acetylcholine receptors and in the brain and nervous system. And that's why so much of what is wrong with COVID and long COVID has to do with the nervous system, neuroinflammation. And, that venom just hangs on and hangs on. I know personally, because I have long COVID. So anyway, so I added things like the nicotinic acetylcholine receptors on all the cells are immediately and permanently and completely activated to the ideal and maximum levels. I also added that nicotinic acetylcholine receptors are completely repaired to its pristine and ideal and perfected state. I also added that all spike proteins which do occur too, are destroyed from the nicotinic acetylcholine receptors on the cells. And the spike proteins is what I'm talking about when I talk about the venom, etc. And also all abnormal proteins, not just spike proteins, but all abnormal proteins are completely removed and destroyed from the nicotinic acetylcholine receptors in the cells. So that's important. Also, as you know, I always research. Bookworm. I also added some stuff for the weight optimization. Recently I told you that they've shown that that the TRPV1 receptors are involved in the inability to lose weight. So I added all that stuff. You can refer to the last video, I think it was. Also, I added that the adipogenesis of white adipose tissue, the bad fat, if you're overweight, is completely stopped, and the adipogenesis of brown adipose tissue, the good fat tissue that burns calories, we increase that to maximum level. And I also added that the natriuretic peptides of every if you're overweight is increased to ideal and maximum levels, and this thing called irisin, which is tied to being overweight, we also are increasing that to the ideal and maximum levels. Some of these things are just low in people who are overweight. Another thing is adiponectin in the physical body of whoever I'm working on. We also increase that to the maximum and ideal level. And the interesting fact about adiponectin is that if somebody has gone through a lot of child abuse or neglect, what happens is their adiponectin levels are very low. In fact, it really is epigenetics. It completely changes the endocrine system of the person. So, we tackle that in the scalar field too, making sure that the adiponectin levels are increased to ideal and maximum levels. You know how you have these shots that are once a week, like a Monjaro, and there are others. We're also stimulating what those do. And the one I like the best is the injectable called Monjaro. And if you take that once a week injectable, of course, it's like over $1,000 a week. So this is cheaper. It does certain things that will help you lose up to 22.5% of your body weight. One thing is stimulating the glucose-dependent insulinotropic polypeptide receptors. Okay, that's one thing it does. And also stimulating the glucagon-like peptide 1 receptors on the cells in the physical body. So that's pretty awesome. I like that. So again, I keep adding to the script. They get longer and longer, but it's everything I do is for you guys. So I also want to say that I got an email from Film Freeway Festival. I'm so excited about it. Saying that I won as official selection for my novel called The Boy Who Would Not See. Along with the other series, the TV series we hope will come to fruition, just known as Eric, which is like a TV series fiction inspired by true events. This one is actually completely fiction, but like the other one, it's going to share, and also like the documentary, share to the masses everything that Eric has taught us, and also about the afterlife. And this is my thing now, not only scalar energy, but trying to raise awareness to those that would never have considered, like these are people that the boy who would not see would reach out to people who wouldn't even bother looking into channeling Eric, for example. So it's just hitting another sector. And anyway, I got, out of 446 entries, I got the official selection, which is so exciting. And now there's a literary agent that's looking at it and stuff. So very cool story, channeled, I think, because I can't imagine I would come up with all this. Eric told Michelle that he interviewed a bunch of people from the other side for the job of channeling this to me, because they know how hard-headed I am. So anyway, I guess that's it. I will say, it's really hard for me to do scalar work on myself because I'm not apart from the scalar field, right? I'm in it. So the scalar field needs some sort of distance to carry the information to the person's energy. So it's not as effective on me until I get somebody else to do it for me. But I will say that I did the microbiome optimization service on myself, and I just feel happier. And one of the things is that, microbiome optimization, one of the list of all the conditions and disorders, etc., that I've made public to you guys, including in the description box for that service, is that it helps people be happier. It's so weird. And to lose weight easier and all that stuff. Okay, I guess that's it. Be sure, guys, that that you send in your video testimonials or even written testimonials that make me feel good, that give me hope, and it's your way of inspiring others. And we are all one. We are all part of the collective. We're all whole and part of our creator. So I feel like it's something that you are put on this earth and nudged here to do if you can. So anyway, I love you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye.